bitch.
That's right. We're back. Good, I made sure to turn on the mic this time. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Fantasy Star Universe, Ambition of the Illuminus. Gonna pick up where we left off last time, as usual. I believe we're starting chapter 2 now. Let's see. Yeah, the beginning of chapter 2. Restorations. So we finished chapter 1, which was Despair and Hope in the last two streams. And now we're doing restorations. So here we go. How long is this video? Okay, cool. 1 hour, so that'll be just this video, the first half. Laia Martinez, new president of the Guardians, had been focused on restoring relations with the planets to bring peace back to the system. Yes. On the planet Motube, the seed virus and the resulting incidents caused the collapse. I forgot, sometimes it goes faster. Caused the collapse of the Trade Federation's political control. Okay. The deaths of the dons of the four major rogue families resulted in a breakup of the families and a chaotic struggle for power. Like Grove Street families. Like that one mission reuniting the families where... You know, I'm talking about GTA San Andreas, and speaking of that, I saw that yesterday. I was completely oblivious until well after my stream yesterday that the GTA 6 trailer dropped. Second trailer for GTA 6 dropped yesterday. And I had no idea until well after my stream. Like, I literally saw it right before bed. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's May 7th, 2025, today. So, I dropped yesterday. Release date is the 26th of May of next year. I was like, alright, I got a full year. I got a full year to get through my backlog of other games before we get to GTA 6. Good. Not a lot of time considering the pace I'm going at, but I'm hoping to do longer streams soon, so. Anyway, it says, in the end, the huge family called the New Rogues was formed, and it is slowly solidifying its control of Motube. A new faction. Alright. While the identity of the Dawn of the New Rogues is still unclear, Laia Martinez has launched talks to propose an alliance. Maybe it's Tyler. I doubt he just died off screen, so... Probably Tyler. Here we go. AI VTuber.
Hi! Garage
Konnichiwa.
Channel 5 Headline News. I'm your newscaster, Hal. Today's big story is right here. Shortly after her inauguration, the new Guardians president, Laia Martinez, directed restoration work to begin on the vector tracks. This prompt action was looked upon highly by those involved. On the other hand, Ms. Martinez is trying to get other groups to cooperate in the fight against the seed, but they have been slow to respond, and discussions have been inconclusive. At the root of their hesitation may be a distrust of the Guardians. Many criticize the Guardians for their ineffectiveness in dealing with past threats, such as the Illuminus and the seed. The rebirth of the Guardians hasn't been all smooth sailing, and experts say they are at a crucial stage in their reconstruction. This is Garage Channel 5 Headline News, signing off. I'm your reporting newscaster, Hal. Bye-bye!
Bye! She actually kept waving too. I'm probably gonna skip this. No skip yet. Pause champ. And there goes. Episode 3, Chapter 2, Restorations. Man, if it's gonna be skipped, we gotta watch it. We'll watch it ourselves then. We'll watch the fucking intro. Fuck this. You gotta honor it. The beginning of every episode. You don't skip it.
Look at this dude. You son of shit.
We ain't skipping. No skippers here. We stick to the script. Memorize the lines. Fools are skipping scenes. That's not how those lyrics go, but I obviously can't actually say them. I also said them out of order. There we go. Justice has been done. Alright, episode 3, chapter 2, Restorations.
Bruh. You bastard!
Mina says, welcome to the Guardians, protecting the future of Garal. She's back to her old tagline. Mina says, Caters, please hurry. Why? What's wrong? The debriefing is about to start in the meeting room. We're back to the long pause, champs. Guardians headquarters meeting room. Let me just shove myself to the side where I'm out of the way. They had to wait for me to show up just so I can be like, alright, I'm here. I'm gonna just stand over here completely out of, you know, the conversation and like I'm just, you know, not important at all. And now you can start. And they're like, alright, the player character is here. Now we can start talking while pretending they're not even in the room. But we couldn't start talking while they actually weren't in the room. That would be bad. We needed them to be here, and then we just pretend that they're not. This guy says, previously we contacted the Perum government, the Communion of Garal, and the Motub Trade Alliance.
Shit!
Oh yeah? To propose an alliance in the war against the Seed, and... Lai says, why are you telling me this? They refused a long time ago, didn't they? He says that is correct. Lai is not a fan of small talk. Get to the fucking point is what she wants. In particular, we learned that the Motub Trade Alliance had disintegrated. Due to damage from the Seed incidents, and... Lai says, I've already heard all that too!
You bastard!
See? You ain't got time for bullshit. That's the reason we sent off that message the other day. I had you contact those new rogues. Pause, champ. Or whatever they're called, right? Tell me what they said already. Like, get to the damn point. Yes, ma'am. We received a reply a short while ago. Lai says, so out with it. This guy's too used to doing things very formally, and she's just like, dude, fucking speak plainly and get to the point already. He says, yes, well... He's not her dad. Lai says, why do I have to force it out of you? Jeez, this is like pulling teeth. I just fucking say it. She's just like... Okay, so there was a pause of silence there, and then it says, "This is in response to the Guardians' proposal for an alliance." Under the guise of the Seed Purification War, the Guardians stood by as the Illuminus spread the seed virus and took no measures to distribute a vaccine to the citizens of Motub, turning their backs on us as we were being slaughtered. The rogues, therefore, will no longer recognize the police authority of the Guardians.
Fuck! You suck!
That's pretty much what they said. We have voted to cease all negotiations with the Guardians who fail... Oh, champ. To wield even the minimum required force to maintain order. Furthermore, we will not work with any government of Motub or otherwise. We will continue independently in the battle against the Seed. It's almost like episode 1 never even happened. What was the point of that? That whole, like... Whatever, I don't even remember what it's called anymore. That whole system that was supposed to wipe him out, it's like the threat never actually disappeared. It says, relying on no outside organization or race. They're closing off their borders. You can choose to show anger or just look to Laia. I like that you can actually choose to be like,
You bastard! Son of a bitch! With that bullshit!
okay, so we look to Laia for leadership. Laia says nothing. A very long pause, champ. That other guy says nothing either. Laia says to be talked to like that by a bunch of punks. It shows what people think about us. Yeah. Thought on Parum too. Do we know the identity of the Dawn who sent this? Guy says we've analyzed it, but the voice is camouflaged. Laia says then the only thing we can do is go find out for ourselves. Pussy. Hiding his voice while talking shit. Get out of here.
You bastard!
Alright, something got skipped over there. Oh, he says, go where? Laia says to Motub. I think it's obviously where we're going. We're gonna check shit out. We're gonna go have a chat with these so-called new rogues. We're gonna have a little sit down. The guy says, but Miss Martinez... What? They've made it clear they're not willing to negotiate. Oh? Fuck them. Laia says, so they say they won't, and we should just back down?
You suck!
I'll show them whether or not the Guardians have what it takes. Lady's got some balls. He says, please, wait! A long pause, champ. So I don't know what's up with this music. There's not really like any shady conspiracy stuff going on, but... In these dire times, should we really start another needless fight? Laia says that's their call. Whether or not it turns into a fight is up to them. He says that's... Laia says, you get it? I'll only say it once, so listen good. The rogues are a group that only understands strength. To be able to work with them, we first need to stand up to them. You figured it out quick? He doesn't respond. I like that, man. She's really taking the reins, like, hardcore. She's going ham on this, on her new position as the leader of the Guardians. She's not taking any bullshit from anybody. Laya says, what? Because our characters stepped forward. I'll go, or I'll go with you. I'll go with you. Laya says, that's the caters I know. Cuts right to the point. Completely different from that blockhead. Oh, that poor bastard. Well, caters, what do you say we go and mix things up? I've been stuck at a desk, so I could use a good workout.
You son of a bitch.
I'm gonna get ready, so wait for me at the counter. And that music choice was kind of inappropriate towards the end there. But okay, I guess we'll go with that. Mina says, Miss Martinez will arrive shortly. Laya says, hey Mina, I told you to lay off the Ms. stuff. Mina says, oh, right.
Bruh.
My apologies, Ms. You're about to fuck up again. I mean, Laya? Laya says, yeah, that's right. Stick with that. Sorry to keep you waiting, caters. What about Lumia? You should have gotten orders to wait for us here. Mina says she's not here yet. Laya says a rookie still in training has the nerve to keep me waiting? Yeah, he's got some fucking gall. She's even braver than you were back then, see? I was like, yeah, I almost said she's got balls, just like I said with Laya, but I went with gall this time. But yeah, that's pretty much it. She got it. She's braver than you were back then. She's Miss Thang over here. Lumi says, I'm sorry I'm late. Or she's just irresponsible. Laya says, as the least experienced... Oh shit, went fast on that one. As the least experienced, you should be the first one here. Lumi says, but I just got the message. Wait a minute, we got a clerical error? Laya says, do you think that the Guardians ever have work you can just take your time with? Like, bitch, you gotta be here on time, on the double. As soon as we call your ass. Show up late again and I'll give you a reason to be sorry. Fuck! Like I said, Laya's being a hell of a hard ass. I like it. She decided to lead with balls. Lumi says, sorry.
You suck!
I mean, that's basically what Laya just said. Laya says, now then, we're headed to Motu. Are there any questions? Who is your daddy and what does he do? Oh shit, we actually get to ask questions. We got, what is the situation on Motub? What are the 4 families? What are the new rogues? What is our mission objective? No, let's go. Are we gonna see all of them or are they just gonna skip? Big ass pause champ. Okay. First question, which is, what is the situation on Motu? Laya says the government has pretty much collapsed. The Trade Federation that operated as Motu... Dude, they're so inconsistent. The Trade Federation that operated as Motub's government was hit with the seed virus, the mayhem that followed, and the seed itself. Any other questions? That's short. What are the 4 families? I kind of wish they would just pick a speed and just leave it at that. Like, even if it's fast, I can pause the damn video. They keep speeding up and slowing down. You can tell by this little thing over here. I don't know what they were doing. Laya says, you know that there are lots of rogue families, big and small, right? The 4 largest of them were known as the 4 families. Like the 4 brothers, the 4 lords, other external media references that I'm coming up with on the fly. Laya says they controlled Motube's underground economy and wielded power greater than... God damn. Greater than that of the Trade Federation. It looks like they controlled a huge portion of the government. I mean, that's the only way they could, yeah. See that kind of shit in real life, yeah. Laya says, any other questions? What are the new rogues? Laya says, in addition to the Trade Federation's government collapsing, the dons of the 4 families all wound up dead in the violence. Allegedly. After a power struggle, it looks like the rogues have been united. It's nice that there's a definitive contact point now. But we don't know anything about who the Dawn is. Plus, whoever it is has no interest in talking to us. Any other questions? Our mission? What's our mission objective? Laya says to infiltrate the new rogues and meet the Dawn face to face for a little tete-a-tete. For a good old-fashioned negotiation. That was close, that was close. But as you heard, they haven't just refused to meet us, but are openly picking a fight. Chances are we've got a battle ahead of us. Any other questions? Nope, let's go. Laya says, sorry this isn't going to be a relaxing getaway, but it'll sure be moping around the office all day worrying. Mina says, may the holy light guide you. Tagora City Central District. We're here. More sadness. That's actually the name of this song too. I found it on Spotify. Laya says nothing. The whole city's deserted. Laya says it hasn't changed a bit. Lumia says, Ethan always told me that cities on Motube were bustling places. That was before Lumia. Lumia says, this isn't what you'd call bustling, is it? Laya says, huh. Lumia says, what's the matter? Laya says, it's just... Ethan talked about that sort of stuff with you? I mean, yeah, they're family. Why wouldn't he talk about his day with her and what he saw? Lumia says, well, he is my brother. Yeah. Like, it means they obviously had a good relationship. Lumia says, but he always exaggerated things. Getting cut off. Laya says, sounds like Ethan. But he wasn't exaggerating. This city wasn't always this deserted. It wasn't. Right, Caters? Mia says, what happened then? To the city, I mean. Laya says, that's... So we can keep quiet or talk about what happened. We're gonna tell her. He deserves to know. Lumia says, the infected beasts were slaughtered? Yeah. Is that something you can forgive? Laya says, I couldn't. But if it wasn't done, then this city... True, she didn't want to do it either. No, all of Motu would have become infected by the seed. So they just killed everyone. I says, still, I don't know if it was right. I still have nightmares about it. And that poor kid that died too, in the second to last mission. He transformed into a seed right in front of us. We had to kill him. Just a child. Lumi says, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up painful memories. I won't ask anymore. Laya pauses. Moment of silence. Lumia says, by the way, it was too fast. Well, what am I even doing here? Well, you said you wanted training. What does a rookie look like me have to offer on this mission? She's getting mopey. Laya says, don't worry about it too much. I called you here for my own reasons. Lumia says, huh? Laya says, we're gonna take down the new rogues with the minimum amount of force. That's how you assert dominance. It could be the fastest way to get them to the negotiating table. Like I said, she's got balls, man. Lumia says, wait. So then I was chosen because I'm not a full-fledged guardian yet? Exactly, you got it. You're picking up what she's putting down, yeah. Laya says, did you think I picked you for your outstanding abilities? Lumia says, no, of course not. Never mind. But to think the president only has 2 partners. Laya says, the Guardians always operated with 2 or 3 person teams. True. Sometimes a 4th. There's something to be gained from showing the power of a small team. Lumia says, even so. Laya says, what? If you don't like the mission, you're free to quit the Guardians. Yeah, you're the one who said you wanted to do this, Lumia. Now you gotta like nut up or get the fuck out. Laya says, that'll make things easier for me and Caters too. We won't have to babysit you? I guess what she's saying. We can forget about that promise to make you a full-fledged guardian. Oh yeah, that. Right, Caters? Lumia says, I would never quit. There you go. He's toughening up. Lumia says, Caters, please don't look at me like that. I couldn't risk giving an important mission like this to anyone else. I won't let you down. There we go.
Son of a bitch.
Laya says nothing. I guess you're ready then. That's what I expected, rookie. Don't forget that enthusiasm you're showing now. New rogues hideout entrance. Laya says, here we are. Lumia says, what? Is the rogues hideout really this easy to find? Laya says the location was nicely attached to the message they sent. Oh, they were issuing a challenge then. Lumia says, what? Does that mean they're planning to test us? Exactly. Laya says either that or they're just messing with us. The only thing we can say for sure is that there are probably traps ahead. Lumia says, doesn't that just make you mad? Caters? Like, aren't you guys pissed? Laya says, be careful that hot head doesn't get you in trouble. Being a guardian isn't about letting yourself get worked up over nothing. Okay, I read it right. I guessed that because I didn't catch that in time, but I guessed it correctly. Laya says, but if they're looking for a fight, that's exactly what will bring them. If we lose this one, then we won't ever be able to put Garal back together. Lumi says, yes, ma'am.
You son of a bitch.
Laya says, don't forget to help Lumia, Caters. Lumia says, I won't let you down, Caters. Block 1. Here we go. Trial start. Head for the depths of the hideout. Laya says the rogue shouldn't be too powerful, but don't you dare let down your guard. Lumia says, yes, ma'am. Alright, she's with it now. She's with it. Barking Kitty. I finally read that. A name above Caters. I'm guessing that must be like their FC. Their guild, so to speak. I don't know what they call them in this game. I know in Phantasy Star Online it was a team. In Phantasy Star Universe, I forgot what they were called. I'll find out when I play on the Clementine server, but yeah, I can't remember right now off the top of my head. No stable volume here. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I wonder if they're lost or if they're looking for something in particular. Ugh. The whip sound effects are pretty cool. I like how fast it attacks too. Really neat. They brought back the puzzles they introduced last time we were here, near the end of the first half. I guess I'll just call it episode 2. That one, the one on the right. I think they have to hit. Actually, no. Never mind. Thought that was gonna work out differently. Well, this is a pain in the ass. You think they gave up and looked up a guide? They probably did. Or they're talking to somebody. Lock deactivated. Oh, that's what you had to do. That whole thing was a waste of time. Got him. Lumia says it's nothing but machines. Laya says they wouldn't waste lives on such a farce. It looks like their leader isn't stupid. They're probably looking something up again, aren't they? They're pausing like that at a segment that's like a puzzle. It's gotta be what they're doing. These chapters came out that we're on right now came out months apart from each other, so it's not surprising that I'm assuming they're filming this when the servers are close to getting shut down. So by that point, people have probably made guides on like GameFAQs or other places for these missions. Excuse me. Or just, you know, shared them around, because MMOs back in those days actually had like dedicated fan-made websites that would have guides on them and stuff. And even FF14 has a couple like that too. But they're not, it's kind of a different vibe. World of Warcraft, being a legacy MMO from way back then, has oh, some of those are booby traps. That's interesting. World of Warcraft, being a legacy MMO from back then, still has one that's up and running. That's very old school. Like it just has like anything you could possibly want to know about the game. I forgot what the hell the name of it was, because I don't play World of Warcraft, but like I've heard it from a few streamers talk about it. Something, but they mentioned it while saying that FF14 had nothing like it. Like, even though they do have some fan-made websites with a little bit like, you know, with some guidance and stuff on them, it's nothing as consolidated as that website that they mentioned. Forget the name of it though. Oh, and the reason that that's not a thing for like FF14 or any other modern MMO anymore is because we all have YouTube now, so we just go there. Everybody just posts guides on YouTube now, so you know, the people who used to write the, you know, the guides or whatever, they'd rather just make a video and maybe even make a little bit of money off it too from ad revenue from people looking at the video, so it makes sense. And from the viewer side, the person looking for the guide, obviously it's a lot better to just see what you're supposed to do rather than read it and try to interpret it. Try to interpret someone's writing, you know? So it's just better all around. Having a visual guidance through videos. That's why websites like that disappeared. That's why GameFAQs just slowly became pretty much obsolete. Like at this point, I don't know anybody who still uses it for anything other than like old school games from way back in the day. Like what I've done. I've done that on stream several times, you know? But nobody uses them for modern games anymore. You just look up shit on YouTube. And when I've looked up a modern game... Oh shit, we got something. When I looked up a modern game, like I think it was FF7 Rebirth, there's only like 1 or 2 at most guides. That's it. There's like 1 or 2 diehard people out there who are like, you know, I'm still gonna write a guide instead of just making a YouTube video or a series of YouTube videos, you know? But yeah, that's it. There used to be, you would get so many, you would get a whole list of guides from so many different authors, and now it's just like 1 or 2 dudes. And that's if the game's popular enough. Anyway, Elias says, something is sketchy over there. Once we take care of these, we're done. Okay. Inner area. Elias says, I guess we made it. Let's go! Reach the inner area. Alright, what was the compliment? It's a rank B, so... Laia just said better work harder next time. It was super fucking quiet when she said it, though. Down, 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 down. Laia says, that's... What's up? What do we got? Who this? Well, there's Tyler, but who's next to him? Tyler says, you've done pretty well for just the 3 of you. Alfred Tyler!
Dylan!
Laia says, are you telling me that the dawn of the new rogues is...
Bitch.
Dylan, yeah. I mean, Tyler. Tyler says, yep, it's yours truly. Laia says, in here I thought you had some backbone. Oh, calling his ass out instantly. But you took this opportunity to build yourself a little kingdom? You're just another punk, aren't you?
You suck!
What's he gonna say about that? Tyler says that's one way of looking at it, I suppose. But I have no intention of hoarding power for myself. To protect everyone, someone had to be in charge. Laia says, then why did you provoke us? He needed to know you guys were gonna have the balls to actually be able to back him up when he needs it. Laia says, I was planning on joining forces with you. Or he's just not interested. Tyler says, I thought I was clear. We will not deal with the former powers who led us into this chaos.
You suck!
No, he hates us. Though if the Guardians wish to serve under the new rogues... Oh shit, he wants to make us his bitch! We will certainly consider it. Though I wouldn't expect much. And besides, the organization would most certainly need to be dismantled first. He wants us to dismantle the Guardians and just become his henchmen. Lumia says, I think that if we could discuss this, you might understand. Laia says, I'm disappointed in you, Tyler.
You suck!
No matter how you gloss over it, it's just another dictatorship. I don't see what's new about you new rogues anyway. Tyler says, I thought you, a beast, would understand. I guess I overestimated you. If you bow down before us, you'll see we are righteous. He's getting cut off by something. Wow. Horrible boss champ moment, but okay. Laia says, well then, I guess we won't get anywhere with words. Fuck him up. What do you think, Caters? See our new Guardian's power, or we can't bow down to Tyler? Same thing either way. See our new Guardian's power. Laia says, yeah, it's kind of an awkward sentence. If you're the new rogues, then we're the new Guardians. That's very cheesy. We'll show you just how different we are.
Son of a bitch.
Tyler says, mere words. Well then, put him up, asshole. Tyler says, stay back. I don't need your help. Oh, he also wants to prove he's a badass, alright. Laia says, Caters, Lumia, let's go. 3 versus 1.
Show me what you got.
Lumia says, I thought we weren't gonna let him provoke us. Laia says, sometimes you gotta make him understand by force. Tyler says, then I hope you'll make me understand. Laia says, alright, be careful what you wish for. Kick his fucking ass. He's gonna regret not letting his backup help him. I almost thought for a moment that Laia was gonna 1v1 his ass too. Unlock him, that'll do it. Make him your bitch. And there he goes. He got his ass handed to him. Tyler says, those are some moves you got there.
Fuck! I got.
Says nothing. You are Caters? We never met him before. Oh wait, yeah, we did. I was like, this is like one time. You've improved since the last time we met. And you're Ethan's sister, aren't you? Lumi says, yes. Tyler says, I see. No wonder. You brought a rookie just to prove you're better than us? Did it work? Laya says that's all we needed against a punk Don. Oh!
You suck!
So it's about time we had your answer then. You were only worth trash. You're trash, bro. You're only worth bringing rookies for. Get fucking destroyed. Tyler says we refuse. The rogues will never cooperate with the Guardians. Laya says, oh yeah? So you're perfectly happy just being another roughneck Don? The great Don Tyler, eh? A roughneck. A roughneck, man. Tyler says, Don Tyler. I used to be opposed to following in my father's footsteps. You were probably trying to mock me, but... this is what I had to do. Way too fast. I couldn't even pause it in time. This is what I had to do to bring the rogues together. Laya says, well, there's no medicine that will cure a man drunk with power. Tyler says, I will say this much. I will not bow down to the Guardians. I won't let the wounds we've suffered be forgotten so easily.
You suck!
Laya says... Tyler says 3 months ago our citizens were slaughtered. Their only crime was not getting a vaccine. Lumia says... and damn, this is getting a little too, this shit's getting a little too real. Especially if this was 5 years ago. You know, back in 2020. Tyler says, I lost many close friends. Lumia looks away and says nothing. Tyler says, to you, it's just old news. But it's an insult we will never forget. It's not about the rogues wanting to act on our own. It's a question of trust. I would pick the second one. It's either, but the rogues can't act alone, or tragedy didn't just hit you. Which is like, yeah, you're not the only one who suffered, dude. We all lost somebody that day. A lot of people. Good answer. Tragedy didn't just hit you. Tyler says, what is that supposed to mean? You're not the only one suffering, man. Can't help but notice someone's missing here. I hope she made it. Lumia says, Cadus is right. Cadus and Laya and me. As Guardians, we have to face the pain of not being able to protect Hashem. What we vowed we would. This tragedy isn't our fault, is it? It's the seed in the Illuminus. And right now they have us completely divided and fighting against each other. Probably exactly what they wanted. Lumia says, nothing will be solved if the citizens of Graal are fighting each other. Thank you, yeah. Now is the time when all of the races need to come together. Against a common threat, yeah. Right, Caters? Tyler, here you are. Okay, there she is. I was wondering if she survived. What the hell's her name again? Lena, I think? She says there's trouble on the northern continent. Tyler says the group we sent to Granig's mine for supplies? She says they've been attacked by the Illuminus. Tyler says, did you say the Illuminus? Lena says, and they've been infected with a highly concentrated seed virus. They're starting to turn into seed forms. And that was Laya. Tyler bows his head and says nothing. Tyler says there's only one thing left to do. We've got to close up Granig's mine at once. Lena says, Tyler. Laya says, wait. We have to see if there are survivors first, don't we? Like, we can't just abandon whoever's still alive in there. Tyler says, if we do that, we risk even more losses. Why are you so pissed at us? We literally did the same thing 3 months ago. Like, you're literally just doing the same. You're doing the same thing we did, and yet you're blaming us and getting pissed off at us for literally the same thing. Just choosing to abandon and slaughter everybody instead of trying to, like, save who you can and vaccinate them. Like, he's no different. Tyler says, we have no way to fight high concentrations of the seed virus. Laya says, then ask for our help. The Guardians have experience with this. Tyler says nothing. Laya says, you just throw your friends' lives away? Didn't you amass power to save those important to you? Too proud for his own good. Lena says, Tyler. Tyler doesn't respond. He says, we rogues have resolved to protect ourselves. Laya says, come on, snap out of it!
You suck!
What is it that you really want to do? Why did you form the new rogues? Tyler says a leader has to look at the big picture. I think that's what he said. It went by hella fast. The greater picture. That's close enough. And sometimes be ready to make sacrifices. Oh, hell no. I mean, that's true, but in this case, this is not necessary. You could just ask for fucking help from someone who's offering it to you. You hard-headed piece of shit. Tyler says, I would have thought you, of all people, would understand. I'd pick the second one. Guardians don't forsake friends, or then I'll go help them myself. And Cater said, Guardians don't forsake friends. And Laya says, that's right, Caters. Tyler says, fool!
You bastard!
You're the president now. You need to look at the bigger picture. Laya says, right now I'm Caters' partner. And I'm a guardian. If there's someone who needs saving, then I'll try to save them. That's what my father taught me. It's a value of the guardians. Tyler says nothing. Laya says, okay, we don't have time to argue. Let's go. New Rogue's hideout entrance. Illuminus says, Laya, what do we do now? Laya says, you saw what happened. You know what we have to do. Illuminus says, I'm sorry. I didn't... Or did you say I don't? I'm sorry. I don't. Laya says, you know, right, Caters? challenge Tyler again, head for the northern continent, or return to the colony temporarily. Head for the northern continent to go save the people, yeah. What else? It's pretty obvious. Laya says, you got it. Lumia says, are we going to go rescue them? Yeah. I mean, I don't, Lumia, what the hell? Like, were you not listening to the whole conversation we were just in right now? Like, it's pretty obvious that's what we're gonna do. I don't know how you didn't pick that up. Laya says, I guess you don't quite have the heart of a guardian yet. Or the ears, more like. Lives are at stake. Lumia says, yes, ma'am. And if you're ready, let's hurry to the northern continent. That was Laya. That's just like last time. This is the end of Restorations 1. You can accept Restorations 2 below in the Northern Continent Old Coal Mine. Please enjoy Restorations 2 next. And yeah, you can't leave. If you leave and go back, you gotta do the first part again. Which, that would be a pain in the ass considering the little puzzles and stuff. And that's the first half. That's the first half of this chapter. What is this? 10 Draco. Is that like the server they're on or something? Either way, little player hub. You can do character management stuff, restock on supplies, save the game, even though I don't think you did that. Yeah, that's it. Alright, well that's it for the first half. The second half of chapter 2 will be tomorrow. It'll be Restorations 2, obviously. In front of the new rogues hideout in Galanagari Canyon, the rogues are so confident that they didn't even bother hiding their location. That's probably still that's a copy paste of the description of the first chapter, I'm sure. Or the first half that we just did for this chapter. Anyway, so we'll leave it there. We'll pick this up tomorrow, of course. What's today? Today is Wednesday. Okay, yeah. We'll pick this up tomorrow, but for now, I'll leave it there. So as always, thank you all very much for watching. I appreciate the support across Twitch and YouTube where we decide to watch. Thank you very much. As always, do please take care of yourselves, stay safe, don't die. And until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. And I will see you all next time. Peace. You actually have to hit the replay button on that.
A test!